السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعين به ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد, جزاكم الله خير, my dear respected brothers and sisters. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless all of you and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this gathering for his sake. Inshallah, we're going to be going through our series with explanation of the 40 Hadith of Imam Nawawi. And today we have reached at Hadith number 14. And inshallah, I'm going to say it in Arabic and then after that explain it in English with Allah ta'ala. عن مسعود رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يحل دم امرئ المسلم إلا بإحدى ثلاث: الثيب الزاني والنفس بالنفس والتارك لدينه المفارق للجماعة. رواه البخاري ومسلم. Prophet Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم said in this hadith that the blood of a Muslim is not allowed except for one of the three. A thayb is the married individual who have committed zina, a soul for a soul, and a person who have left his religion and left the jama'ah or left the congregation. So that shows you, brothers. So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, initially what he said, لا يحل دم المرء المسلم إلا, يعني that أي لا يحل قتله, that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that it's not allowed. When he said it's not allowed for the blood of a Muslim, meaning that we're not allowed to kill a Muslim except for one of these three. Okay, and here pretty much we're talking about the capital punishment, or yani, what is closer to that. First of all, brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have cherished the soul of a human being. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, وَمَنْ أَحْيَاهَا فَكَأَنَّمَا أَحْيَا النَّاسَ جَمِيعًا. Whoever made one life live is as he has made the whole society live or the whole nation live. So brothers and sisters, that shows what that يعني, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have cherished the soul of the human being. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, "Inna dima'akum wa amwalakum wa a'radukum alaykum haram." That your blood and your wealth and the honors of others are on you haram. So it's not allowed for us to overstep our boundaries of harming others and taking their honor or taking their money and taking their wealth. Why? Because this is something that is forbidden in Islam. But in the same token, there are exceptions to the rule. There are exceptions to the rule. Why? For the benefits of society. For the benefits of society. And these here are kind of the three exceptions. The very first one is when is it allowed to perform capital punishment is a thayyib az-zani, the person who is married and he have committed adultery. Why is that? Brothers and sisters, Islam looks after what is beneficial for the society and want to give an example that certain illnesses are not spread within the society and certain acts are not encouraged. And one of them is adultery. One of them is adultery. In Islam, there is a severe punishment for adultery. And again, for those who look at Islam as something that is something that is harsh. I mean, capital punishment, even for adultery, that's something that existed even in other scriptures. Here, mainly the Old Testament. Mainly the Old Testament, and even Jesus, peace be upon him, in the New Testament, he said, if someone have committed adultery with his eye, let him take his eye out. And that's the exact words of Jesus, peace be upon him. So even in the New Testament, there are severe punishments for those who have committed adultery. So Islam did not really invent something new. And to further carry this point, and Islam does not want to protect society. Like imagine if adultery went within any society unchecked. And obviously there are a lot of disputes, and there is a lot of fighting, and there is a lot of wedlock and etc. So look at. I mean, if you want to see what would happen if these things went unchecked, look at a lot of the Western society, in which that, for instance, look at how many shows out there that, who is the father. 99% is the father, 99%, and people fight for this, and people does not know, whose child is this, and where did it come from, and people abort, and families fight, so there is a lot of garbage that going to come if these things were not implemented. When there is no rule for society, you know, when there is no rule to society, things can go haywire. So, and it's important that people understand that, not only, again, this is not the only does not only exist in Islam, it exists in other religions too. And also and also, as one of the Sahaba have once mentioned, he said that I did not know that, how severe the punishment of adultery, until one day. This is how Sahaba is telling us a story, that one day he saw a monkey go out with another, like, she cheated on her husband. And what happened? The whole society, the whole tribe, punished her by throwing stones at her. So even animals, if you want to look at it, even this act is even looked down upon in animals. And why do you see sometimes lions eat or kill the children of the children, the children of their wife? Why? When they find out that these are not their children? So meaning that even animals look down on this matter, and to them is something that is severe. And so therefore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have told us that there is a punishment for this, for a severe punishment for this, for those who are married, and less of a punishment for those who are not married. And there is even a punishment for them in the hereafter, unless people seek forgiveness, and they turn back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inshallah, can forgive them. But the point here is that these things are implemented. Why? To show the people, to give an example, because some people can uh, can avoid committing these horrific sins by mere advice. But some people, if they saw someone is being punished severely with this, that's the only thing that could motivate him to not commit this act again. You know. So why there is a punishment for married men and women harsher than those who are single? It's for obvious reasons. Because if you're married, you have a wife. If she's married, you have a husband. So there's no reason for you to go beyond that, to go beyond that circle. And that's why there is a severe punishment for married individuals. Unlike the person who have committed zina, whether male or female, they're supposed to be whipped 100 times in front of the people. Again, as an example. So so to protect the society, and to protect families, and to protect people honor, and protect families from disputing and fighting, because honor of a family is very important. The reputation is very important. When one of their sons or one of their daughters are sleeping around like a prostitute, unchecked, then there is then it really destroys families. So it's important, and that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have made these rulings for the benefits of society and the benefits of individuals. So the very first reason is what? الثيب الزاني. Those who are married, and they have committed sin. Now, brothers and sisters, you have to understand there is also an important point that need to be we want to make sure people are aware of. Islam does not really it takes a lot to implement this. You know, and for someone to say that someone have committed zina, you have to have 4 witnesses. So you must have 4 witnesses. 3 witnesses and a camera would not work. That's number one. Second thing is, not we're not supposed to like chase after people. It's either people come to us and tell us that, you know, 4 people if we have 4 witnesses, or someone admitted themselves. They said, I want to be punished for this, or I want to be cleansed from my own sins. You know, and there is a famous hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when a man came to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and said, "Oh Prophet of Allah, I've committed zina." Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was not like anxious to commit the capital on him, the punishment on him. No, he told him, look at Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He's actually wanting to give him excuses. He said, maybe you did not commit zina. Maybe you touched her. Maybe you kissed her. You're not really adultery. You know. He said, no, I've committed zina. Then the man told him, maybe maybe there is something wrong with your brain. Are you okay? He said, no, I'm sane. I'm doing fine. Then he smelled him. He want to make sure that the guy does not like have not drunk anything. And after Prophet made sure, and the man admitted, then after Allah, then the punishment was committed on him. Another example, the women, Al-Ghamidiyya, the woman who came to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She said, "Oh Prophet of Allah, I've committed zina and I'm pregnant." The Prophet sallallahu was so like anxious. He wanted to no. He said, it's the same thing. He wanted to give her excuses, but the woman insists. And then Prophet sallallahu told them, "Go after come back after you have a baby." And then she came back. He said, "Oh," and then Prophet sallallahu told, "Come back after you have breastfed him." And then she came back. And then, and it's not about. Then look at how this woman came out of this story. She said, Prophet ﷺ, after he implemented the punishment on her, Prophet ﷺ said that her tawbah, her forgiveness, it would have been enough to spread among all the people of Medina. It would be enough, like the way she has seek forgiveness, it would have been enough for all of the people of Medina. So he praised her afterward. He praised her afterward. So it's to show what? That to show that yes, and even though she committed zina, she came back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have forgiven her. Okay? So it's that show you, brothers and sisters, that Islam is not anxious to implement this, but sometimes things have to be implemented. Sometimes things have to be implemented. The second one is obvious, and nafsu bin nafs, an eye, a soul for a soul. If someone killed someone, then the punishment on him, that he should be also a capital punishment should be implemented. Well, that's something that is simple, and I think everybody understands. Here we're talking about people who are intentional. Unintentional things that this can be done, or judged by the law based on intentions, and this is something that not any individual can do. Again, all these capital punishments, not any individual can do. It have to be done through proper means, law, through the court, and etc. Okay. And the third type of person, التارك لدينه المفارق للجماعة, people who have left their religion or left the Jama'ah. There are two different opinions when it comes to this. People who have left Islam after they have become aware of it, and the punishment is capital punishment, or those who have left Islam and they conspired against the Muslims, like they became traitors. And again, for instance, the issue of a traitor is something that is understood in all societies. All traitors in any society are people implement a capital punishment on them because they have committed treason against the law of the land, and they have committed treason against their own people. Now, when it comes to Islam, people living Islam, this obviously to show us that, again, this is not something that implemented by anyone. It's something that is should have to go through the court, and there is a period of grace period to tell people, like, educate them, or are you sure this is what you want to do, etc. And some people come back, and a lot of people actually come back from their decision, and some people continued. That's a different story. And also, you have to understand that people who have this rule apply for those who became Muslim after they knew what they're getting themselves into. Not someone who just he became Muslim because he read a couple of pages, or etc. Okay. So now what do we learn from this hadith? What do we learn from this hadith? First of all, it's important how Islam cherishes a blood of a Muslim. Okay, and even a non-Muslim, and an eye for an eye even apply for a non-Muslim. Trees, and so some of these things even apply to non-Muslims too. That's number one. Second thing is for us to learn that how some of these to show us the degree of how some of these things should be handled. Because not all sins are the same. Uh, for instance, when it comes to killing other people, when it comes to zina, when it comes to treason, all these things are considered to be big sins in Islam, and these things, some sins in Islam require capital punishment. Okay, and the point here is not is to teach the individual and to teach the society that these acts should not be encouraged in any society. Okay, that should not be encouraged in any society. So this is kind of the hadith for today, bidnillahi ta'ala. If I said anything that is good, it's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His Prophet. If I said anything appropriate for myself and the shaitan, jazakumullah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.